while since I've done this. As you can tell, I've been traveling a lot. Let me move the table. I don't have a lot of time to edit videos like I did. I don't have a lot of time in my shop like I did, but still get some stuff done. I was kind of itching to weld, and I brought my little welder with me. This is that $30 cinder welder that I've been looking at, and first impressions on it, my first review on it was not stellar, but I think I didn't give it a good chance. So as I've used it the past couple times, especially for it being a $30 welder, it's really not that bad, especially just if you're getting started. So this live/video is going to be about getting started welding. Everything that I have here is bare bones basic. Like I said, I'm traveling. I don't have the room to bring all this stuff with me. I'm not at my own house. Matter of fact, I'm in the middle of the woods. And I'm going to show you guys how to get started. So I got a $30 cinder welder. I've got Blue Demon 6013. This is 332 6013. This welder is capable of running these rods without any question. Now, of course, the question is what to weld. Well, you can purchase or buy flat bar, cut up your own welding coupons, or you can go online, and just about everywhere sells something like this, but these are practice kits. Now, this is going to be a skeleton square, and then of course I got pieces for a dice. And yes, I am going to stick weld these. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to show you what you need to get started and how to get started. Welder, rods, hood. Now this is a Blue Demon Pano V2. Nice thing about this one, it's got a light. It's nice for when I'm sitting out here without any equipment. I also have a Craftsman cordless grinder. This grinder was $69, and Lowe's has sales every once in a while where you can get the grinder and a 2 amp hour battery for about 90 bucks or 100 bucks. And then of course flat wheels, grinding discs, and all that stuff. Happy birthday, Victor. So I'm going to show you how you would do all this. Now the other thing you can get is these little tiny vice grips. Those are very useful. You can get a pack of those at Tractor Supply, the JobSmart type. I got a pack of those for about 5 bucks. And then a slag hammer, a chipping hammer. I actually like to use fencing pliers because you can use them for a lot of things. Yeah, I go fishing all the time. Yes, that's right. You will watch me. Yes, I did end up going fishing a couple times. So we're going to get started. Now, the other thing that I have is this table. This table is a fold-up table. I think it's an Olympia Sports table. I don't know. There's a bunch of brands that sell them. Vevor sells them. Harbor Freight sells them. They're about $90 to $100. So, happy birthday. So, all said and done, you're looking at everything on the table here between the vice grips, the welder, the rods, and the fence pliers. That's about $150 there. And then these kits, I mean, you can get a whole bunch of these. These range anywhere from $5 to 30 bucks, depending on what you get. This kit here came with 6 of these. And of course, all 6 pieces for a dice with the hole stamped. This was about $17 on Amazon. Pretty simple, right? So, I'll run over here and get started. I'm gonna fire up this machine and see if this power can take it. Oh, good. So I am going to turn this up. We're gonna start at 70 amps. I don't know what this plug's rated for, and I don't want to blow it because it's not mine. Hold on. Now, the nice thing about this table is that it's got these, yeah, you can't see. Hold on. Let's find a good spot for this. There you go. it's got these raised edges right here that I can lower and raise. I got them up right now, and this is a perfect 90-degree square. I also do have, wherever it went, oh, I'll find it later if I need it. I also have a little angle finder, but we'll see what we can do with that. Of course, the other thing to get is gloves. You can get these Blue Demon Game Changer gloves for 20 to 30 bucks. Pretty good. And look at that, under $200, I'm welding. Also, make sure you have good protection on your sleeves. One thing to remember about stick welding is that this always has amperage going to it. It's always hot. Take a rod. Make sure it's in the holder, nice and sturdy. Okay, so I'm going to start with these bigger pieces. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack some corners. The nice thing is I got this straight edge here, or the square edge, mark it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do inside corner to inside corner so I can weld the outer edges and make it look all nice and pretty. At least I'm going to try. 6013 is a rod that is kind of hard to get used to. Once you get used to it, it is very easy to run. You can drag it, you can step it, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm stuck on it. Oh. There we go. I'm going to attack right up top here. Of course, my thing went dark. Alright, so my hood's going dark on me. So I'm going to use my flashlight. I'm going to turn this down for a minute. Turn my sensitivity down a little bit too. There we go. Uh-oh. It's dark and hard to see. See if I can't shock myself doing this. Of course, it would help to have a level table too. Little tack. You gotta get that to move around a little bit more. Here we go. Little tack. Good. Get this one. Take this side. Again, a little tack. It should meet up pretty well. Oh yeah, that looks really good. Remember, I'm matching inside corner to inside corner. Just rocking back and forth just a wee bit. I can fix that a little later. Right there like that. Now I gotta match this up. So where things get a little tougher. No, it's not so bad. There we go. That amperage that I'm running seems to be pretty good. I don't think it's quite 70 amps, but it's pretty close. Just pull that tighter. Okay, so the outer perimeter is all tacked up, okay? So now I'm going to take the top piece. I'm going to center this as best I can. Now again, we're going to be tacking inside corner to inside corner. As long as everything's nice and square, these should line up pretty well. That's pretty good. Now you can use these for as TIG welding practice, MIG welding practice, whatever, but hey, this is what I got, this is what I'm going to use, and plus I love stick welding. Just little tack. Now anytime you tack something, you're going to have a little bit of warpage and distortion, so when you tack, you want to always tack the opposite corner. Don't tack this way because it's going to want to flip up on you. Pretty good. Pretty good. Cool. Now I'll do the bottom. It's in there pretty good. Again, I'll tack the corners. Good. Ow, that was hot. And there you have it. That's all tacked up. Now I'm going to weld it out. Now when I'm welding stuff out like this, what I like to do is keep my starts and stops consistent. So when I go this side, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to travel patterns like that. I'm going to try and keep it as consistent as I can. Now, ideally, I would like to be able to do this in one pass, but I'm going to build up too much heat to do that. So I'm going to start in the corner and stop here, start, stop, and then start, stop, and so on. Again, you want to keep everything from moving around, distorting too much. You're going to want to keep that heat even. So when you start here and stop here, that means you're going to want to start on this edge and stop on this edge. And always make sure you're welding opposite, because you can crack tacks and move things if you don't. Ready? Here we go. I'm at 70 amps, so it should be enough. We'll probably get some, I got some space there. I'll probably have to turn that down a little bit to get back. But that's all right. It's fine. What I always do is I try to find the one that is the tightest, because as this stuff heats up, it's going to grow and shrink even further. So this space that I got here, once I get these other three sides, that should shrink up a little bit so I don't over penetrate. I'm probably still going to over penetrate, but I'm going to, let's keep it there. And now when I do 60-13, if I have the opportunity, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it started. Once I get it started, I'm going to do little steps. It's not whipping. It's different. Whipping is utilized on cellulose rods such as 60-10, where it is kind of designed to do that, where you're whipping away from the puddle to let it cool. 60-13 is more of a fill freeze rod, is what Lincoln classifies it as, at least. And what it does is it cools quick, but not as quick as 60-10, and it also fills, but not as much as 70-18. So you kind of get a little bit of both. And it's not low hydrogen though, so you don't have to keep it in a rod or anything. Get this slag off. So here we go. This machine's not the greatest. You can hear it kind of cutting in and out, but it's working. It's working pretty well, actually. I am going to turn it down. A little hot. Okay, now that's going to want to pull it up, so I'm going to have to tack these sides now. Okay. Hopefully we won't crack any tacks. It's about as cold as I want to go. Any colder and the rod's not going to run well. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn it back up a little bit. Where are my pliers at? Get my little mini pliers here. Little mini vice grips, I guess. Now I can drag the slag off. It should just fall right off for the most part. Maybe not. Pretty good. There you go. Not too bad. Now this did pop up a little bit. This one did pop up a little bit. I think that one might have popped. Oh yeah, it did pop. So I popped that tack. I don't know if there's much I can do about it now other than just tack it and pray. So what I'm going to do now is, that's a big gap. I'm going to leave that. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, a tight one right there. I'll get the tighter sides first, let the thing heat up. Now I shouldn't break any welds now, hopefully. And we're just going to weld this sucker out. Come on now. Once you get the heat in there, this is why I like these fencing pliers, that I can use them as pliers as well as a slag hammer as well. That's why I like to use them. Like I said with my steps, I'm never actually leaving the puddle, so it's not a whipping motion. I'm just stepping ahead a little quick and waiting for it to catch up. Take that one. Beautiful. Yeah, put this around. This one ended up with a little bit of space. I'm going to leave it at that amperage, see if I can finagle a little bit. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, so you can see there's a little bit of space in there, started blowing through the backside. But it doesn't look too bad. I was able to save it. Let's get this backside here. Amperage is about as low as I want to go. Any lower than that, I won't get the greatest consistency. Should I weld that one now? Yeah, I guess so. I'm going to try and turn it down a little bit. So indicates 60 amps. I doubt it's 60 amps, but try it anyways. That works great. Alright, well, it actually worked better than I thought it would. So I have 2 more left. I'm going to do the tighter of the 2. Again, getting this flag off. There we go. Yeah. Now 6013 is the perfect rod for this because 1, it's clean metal, 2, it's thin, and 3, it holds a lot of heat. So 6013 is not a good rod for penetration, it's not a good rod for dirty metal, and it is most certainly not a good rod for thick metal either. So this is the perfect situation for it. Not only that, it comes out looking pretty nice. I'll learn to manipulate it. Now this spot's a little wide. This cube is not perfectly square on all sides. I didn't quite get it right on this corner here. I got a little bit of space. Oh, here, I got a little bit of space. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here. You guys can see. I'm going to start up here, bring back, wash into this, and hopefully I can drag into this quick enough to where it doesn't just blow right through. So I got to move pretty quick, and I'm going to have to step away to let it kind of freeze up a little bit. Let's see how that goes. So, turn it down a little bit more. Yeah, I can probably get away with it. So it didn't go particularly well. That right in the middle here, it just didn't take. That's all right. If that ever happens, you start blowing through and it's not sitting in there for you, just keep going. What you don't want to do is keep going back, keep going back. You're going to build up too much heat and get what's called a bad burn through. Now I should be able to go right back over this. 6013, this is where things get a little tricky. So I'm going to turn it back up. Hey, that wasn't too bad. It actually went swimmingly. So I'm gonna let that cool down. The slide will be easier to get off once it cools down. Pretty easy, but I'll let it cool down. I'll be able to handle it better. We'll go over to this dice. So 1, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult because these are smaller. Secondly, they do have more metal, which is going to make it easier. Now, I did learn something from fitting that piece up, and it is, instead of fitting them edge to edge like this, I'm going to fit them like this and put tacks on the inside. Hopefully. And then fit it around, see if I can get nice square fit-ups. So I'm going to take, that's 2 and 5. I need, trying to remember this. 1 and 4. 6 goes on top. So yeah, it should be 1. Oh, I'm missing 1. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I'll look for it. If I remember right, it should be 1 and 3, 6 up here, 2 over here. Yeah. This is where that little grinder comes into play. I got some spatter up here. It's kind of screwing me up. Flatten that out a little bit. I want to get it right on the tippy edge, right on the very edge. Actually, I guess I can do the first fit like this. Yeah, I can do the first fit like that. Get them little corners. I'm going to tack on the inside this time. Just fried a bug. Oh no, I didn't. He's just blind. Oh, I just broke the tack. Son of a biscuit. See if I can't burn my thumb. Slag got on the way. That's the only thing about 6013 is this slag is no joke. Oh. Get the corner. All I need is a corner. There we go. That one hurt. That's pretty good. Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, that'll hold it. Now, is it square? Not even close. Oh. So I'll take this. And then I can use these sides and pinch it shut. Since these are supposed to be really even and square, I can do that. And I can do that, So I got 1 and 3, so that means I can put 5 up here. Acorn's falling, walnut's falling, and just like that. Hold steady. I am going to tack from the outside on these because I don't know how the top. I don't know how else I'm going to get in there reasonably. Alright, so I'm going to get this side. Turn this up for the tacks. Okay, so I definitely need to move this up. So again, I'm gonna clamp it right here. Move out a little further for me, will ya? Oh, there we go. Nope, not quite. All right, let's. I gotta move it in some. Trying to get it as square as I can. When is the graduation? Hang on that, will you? Right there, like that. September 12th. I unfortunately will not. I'll be on a pipeline shutdown the whole time. Unfortunately, I originally intended to. Yeah, I'll be on a pipeline shutdown the 11th to the 19th. Usually when we shut down to tie in like that, it's a 24/7 event for me. Cool. That's pretty square. This side, let's see how this side sits. Okay. So do the same thing. Get some tacks on one side, corner to corner again. Getting hot. Clamp this. I just need to move this out. I need to twist this just a little bit and get it square. Oh, come on, I need a good ground here. Oh no. There we go. This needs to angle down. And in. Yeah, you can call it that. I appreciate it. I wish I could be there for more. I'm planning on trying to make it in after I'm done this project, but at this point, this project's going to go clear into Thanksgiving, so. I need it to move. Let's put this down. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm still trying to teach from a distance. All right, so I got a little bit of space. Okay, this is not lining up perfectly. Now, these are perfectly cut squares. So, these need to line up in order for this to be a good squared up cube. So, I need this to move around a little bit. Okay. Oh! Moving shit around now. I think I got it now. Yeah, I think I got it. That looks pretty good. Come on now. Hot. That looks pretty good. So I need a 4. The 4 goes here. I got a 2. How's this fit up look? Pretty goddamn good if you ask me. I mean, it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. But I'll take it. Stay there. Opposite corner, opposite corner. Oh, yeah, it started to move on me. Okay. And then I can tack this corner now. Okay. Now I have to find, I may not be able to find it, we'll see. But I need to find my number 4 plate. Oh. Oh, it's right there on the ground. Perfect. All right. Now I have one left. On the top. Let's see how this fits. This will tell me how well I squared everything up. I'll tell you what, that's pretty goddamn good right there. Not perfect. Some work. But hell, that ain't bad at all. Let's get a tack again. Is it raining? Better not be raining. Stay down there. Okay, we got tacks in her. That actually came out pretty good. Little dice. Remember, you can get these kits on Amazon for cheap. Now this is, if you're looking to get these for stick welding, I would get the thicker stuff. So this is 1/8 inch thick, or 11 gauge, or 0.120 inches thick. I'm going to get all this slag off the tacks here so I can run right through them. Now, I do plan on cleaning this thing up and making it look pretty. I don't have all my equipment with me, obviously. But I'll do the best I can with what I got, and when I get home, I'll be able to polish this up a little bit and kind of make it look like something. Now, I'm going to turn it back down. So I was at 70 amps for the tacks. This is a small piece. I'm going to have to move relatively quickly without going too fast. So I turned it down to about 60, a little less. And again, I'm going to find the tighter spots and do them first. Let's go. Oh. Yeah. Keep moving here. Uh-oh. What do I do? Roll up to the table? Over here. Get some of this. Okay. Flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. There we go. And now I just gotta connect the dots with everything. One right here. Now with these passes, I'm gonna weld a little hotter because I want to burn down these starts so they're not so high. So I'm going to turn it up a wee bit. I gotta move a little faster than I really care to, but alright, and then I should have 2 more sides to do. Right there. Uno. Ooh, there's a lot of slag on that start. Holy crap. One more. That's it. So that's all there is to it. Now let's I'm gonna push this one off to the side now. Get these out of the way. We're done with these for today. At least I got some welding in. And I gotta get rid of these somewhere else. Okay, let's take this thing. Hopefully this thing cooled down by now. Yep. Now I can actually grab it and scrape all this slag off and all that fun stuff. Let me see if I've got a wire brush in here. I don't remember if I grabbed one or not. That's definitely not going to be in there. All right, let's scrape that off. This slag is a little easier to get off when it's cold. Now, of course, once I clean these up, I'll post a picture up when they're cleaned up. They'll look way better. The thing is about stick welding is that, yes, you can make very pretty looking welds with stick, but it doesn't compare with like MIG or TIG or anything like that. Not for the average person. I can get these to look pretty good. Actually, they came out better than I thought. Remember, I'm using a $30 welder off Amazon. So it goes to show you, sometimes it's not so much the welding machine, it's more the rods that you pick. That's why I got the Blue Demon stuff. So yeah, I'll clean these up. There you go. So that's the open-ended square, or whatever you want to call it. Got some nice ripples in there, nice stepping motions. Still got it. But all in all, it came out pretty good, I think. Now this thing's probably, woohoo! Yeah. That thing's hot. Clean off what I can. This is a little bit harder to weld because of how small it is. The heat doesn't really have anywhere to go. So everything just ends up being kind of hot. I dare say this one came out better. It may have. Yeah, a couple little high spots here and there. I don't know though, that's not too bad. Still can't tell. All right, so there's the dice. Bring it a little closer to the camera here. Not too shabby. I mean, it came out pretty good. Now I'll be able to take a flap wheel. Oops. I'll be able to take a flap wheel, even everything out, and then I'll take some sanding pads and sand it all up, make them look pretty. I'll leave the ripples and the welds on the edges because it'll look pretty cool. And then I can also use the thickness of this material and actually square it up. Now I got this one pretty dang good, so I don't think I'm going to need to do a whole lot. That one's not very square, but this goes to show you, $200 all in. Welder, rods, bench, a couple little tools. You start welding. So I don't know what you're waiting on. That's all I got. Time for me to clean up. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Our podcast episode is not going to be out this Friday. It will be out on Sunday. We are going to attempt to do a live session on Sunday. So stay tuned for that on Ark of the Covenant podcast. But thank you for watching. Get out there, start welding. There's nothing stopping you. I'll see you later.